Good evening and welcome to another edition of Robin's Fanatics TV with me, AJ, and today I'm doing a post-match report on the pitching in Isthmian League Premier Division fixture between Carshalton Athletic and Whitehawk. This game was postponed from a couple of weeks ago due to Storm Dara. League standings for both clubs, the Robins find themselves down in 13th place. And the Hawks are down in 19th, fourth from bottom, last relegation spot. Last results for the clubs. Both clubs didn't play on Saturday because of the cold weather we've had recently. But the result before then, Robin suffered a 3-0 defeat over at Horsham. And the Hawks lost 4-1 over at Dartford. Carshalton have been busy, in the interim period. Have signed 4 new players. Nathan Paul Lavelli and Sol Cader have come in on loan from Bromley. Nathan is a right back and Sol is a centre forward. Nabil Ghananam has signed from Lewis. Apparently he was at the Robins at the beginning of the season but got released. But then Lewis released him and he's come to the Robins. He's an attacking midfielder. And Joshua Shonibert we have signed from Cray Wanderers. 3 of those players came in. Nathan Paul Levy came in for Sanchez Ming. Nabil Garnham came in for Sharon Afeni, and Joshua Shonibert came in for Kwaku Frimpong. All 3 were on the bench and Sol Cader was on the bench. As for the game itself, well, it was a interesting game. Would be good for a neutral, not so good for Carshalton fans. But with the game, Robins took an early lead in the 4th minute. A terrific, powerful drive from just on the corner of the 18-yard line from debutant Nabil Ghanam. Fired it into top corner and to give the Robins an early lead. And then we pretty much had most of the play in the first half, playing some good passing football. We actually had a really good first half for a change. But no more goals in the first half. It was 1-0 at half time for the Robins. But in the second half, for the 35 minutes of the second half, the Robins carried on, pushing for it. Mason Saunders Henry doubled the Robins lead on the 51st minute after a cheeky little back heel which caught the keeper out, which went for about 3 Whitehawk defenders and found its way into the back of the net to give the Robins a 2-0 lead. At this point, the Robins looked like it was in control. I actually thought we might get a couple more. We were playing pretty well. But as Carshalton have done, and as Carshalton do, they shot themselves in the foot. And 84th minute, defensive error led to a penalty for Whitehawk. Player was brought down in the box. Looked like he weren't going anywhere. He was right on the edge of the 6-yard area, right on the edge. Looked like he was going nowhere, but was felled in the box. A referee gave the penalty, from which Andrew Biggs fired home, sending the keeper the wrong way to make it 2-1. Said to my mate, I thought, well, this is going to make it interesting last 10 minutes. I still thought we would have had enough in the tank to see the result over. But we didn't. And in the 96th minute, we looked virtually the last kick of the game. Whitehawk made it 2-2. Charlie Lambert fired home a good shot, which beat the keeper to give the Hawks a share of the points, which I didn't think they really deserved. But Carshalton self-destructed again, and so it finished Carshalton Athletic 2, Whitehawk 2. Now, my views on the game. Now, what I will say, to start with the positives. I mean, I think Nabil Garnham has probably had the best debut for the club I've seen for a few years. He was really pulling the strings and really looking at these, and took his goal fantastically well. I mean, I was told I didn't actually see it because I was too busy putting the flags up. But yeah, I was reliably informed it was a terrific strike, and he was really putting, causing Whitehawk problems all over the field, and looks like a really, really good player, really, really good signing. Uh, Joshua Shonny Bear, yeah, didn't sparkle, but had a solid enough game. Nathan Paul Lavelli, in at right back, had a solid game until later on. Yeah, but and what just this feel really feels like a defeat. It really does. I mean, we was comfortably, playing the game and 2-0 up, and deservedly so. And like I said, I thought we would go for a couple more. I thought we'd sort of get 2 or 3 more. I really did think we were that much better. We did play well. We played well for like 75, 80 minutes. And then after the substitutions were made, they seemed to just press the self-destruct button. I mean, the substitutions were like for like, really. Tommy Bradford got hooked, but Sol Kader came on and put himself about, but it was literally an error that brought them back in the game, which but they were really, really fortunate to get. I mean, from where I was standing, the penalty looked like a soppy one to give away, because it looked like it was right on the edge of the 6-yard box, and the player wasn't going anywhere. We got hooked down, and I think that came from a mistake in the defence. So they pulled one back, and I thought this is going to make it a very hard 10 minutes. And sadly, I was proved right. They got the equaliser, which they celebrated like a win. Can't blame them. Every point for them is vital, considering the position they're in. They scored on the 96th minute and celebrated like it was a winner. Can't blame them for that. It was really frustrating. I mean, we were in control for long spells of that game, but we just couldn't. We just 2-0 lead at home to a team that's in the relegation zone, and we couldn't see that one out. I mean, what's wrong there? That's not good enough. That's really not good enough. I mean, the substitutions, and everyone just, it seemed like they switched off. Fabio Sareva ended up playing left back. Once we lost Tommy Bradford, we lost a bit of sort of a powerhouse in midfield. Like I say, then Nabal Ghanem got hooked as well after about 75 minutes, and I think that really had an effect. I mean, that thing that really had, because he was putting himself out. I'd have given him man of the match for today. A fantastic debut. Plays really well. Looks like a really useful player, but I'm just really angry with the fact that we blew that. I mean, that's another 2 points at home dropped. We have dropped so many points at home from winning positions. We could have been up round about near the playoffs, but we haven't. We just can't. I mean, it's not like the game we was watching on Saturday. Whiteleaf. I'm going to bring that game up again. They were 1-0 up, 2-0 up, and they kept going for it. They got a third, they got a fourth, they got a fifth. And they went for it. We, sort of went 1-0 up, sat back a little bit. Half time came, got the second goal, and thought, yeah, just push on from this. And we didn't push on, and we let them back in. 2 defensive errors, let them back in, and they were delighted with the point. But I'm really fuming about it, because that was 3 points at home we should have made safe, and we didn't. And that's just not good enough. I mean, I don't know what it was. The substitutions, I mean, they were like for like, so I don't think they would have upset the apple cart too much, but they just switched off, gave away a silly penalty, and then gave away a goal in the virtually last kick of the game. So that feels like a defeat to me, and I'm really unhappy about that. But that's what happens at Carshalton. So it puts an end to our losing streak. You know, we lost 4 in the bounce before today, and so we put an end to that, and got a point, which, yeah, it's better than nothing, but it really should be and had to be 3 points. That's what we needed, but we just didn't have enough in the bag to hold on to the win, and I'm at a loss. I really am, but. Anyway, that's done now. We'll have to move on from that, and take that one on the chin and move on. Next up for the Robins is Saturday. We were away to Hendon, who are just currently 1 place above Whitehawk, and the player that we released, Luke Cook, signed almost immediately for Hendon. So I think we can probably guess what might happen on Saturday. But yeah, so that's the next one away. That's another team that's like they're 5th from bottom, but away from home. I don't know. That's, you know, it should be a gimme, but there's no gimmies at Carshalton. There really isn't. We like to make hard work of everything, and it's really, really frustrating. But it is what it is. We'll move on. Yeah. So next up for me will be. Tomorrow night I'm going to the Mayfield to watch AFC Croydon Athletic versus Barking in the London Senior Cup. So I'll be doing a vlog from that one, and hopefully that'll be another good game. And I will be there on Saturday doing a vlog from Hendon versus Carshalton. So I'm hoping for something a bit better than a point, but I'm not that confident at the moment, so we'll just see how it goes. But we won't dwell on that. We'll wait for Saturday and see what happens on Saturday. So that's it from me, AJ. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon for another couple of vlogs. But until next time, arrivederci.